Plaintiff Delilah Boyd dated the defendant off and on for 15 years, and it was a nightmare. Delilah claims the defendant has done nothing but use her, and he even tried to run her over with his car. Delilah is suing her ex-boyfriend for an unpaid loan. Defendant Preston Henderson says Delilah is controlling, demanding, and violent. And she not only tried to stab him in high school, but she also vandalized his car. Preston's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I've known and dated this man off and on for 15 years. It's been extremely rocky. It's been like hell on earth.
All 15 or?
Yeah, basically.
Like what? What type
I've realized
of things?
at the end of it, he's using me. He's been using me. The whole 15 years. He used me in high school to do his homework.
In what way?
He uses me for money. I'm always the person who works. I'm always the person who comes and helps him get out of a pinch. And I'm
Did you
just
all
a
ever stay together?
Twice. We lived together at an apartment that he obtained for us until he put me, he threw me, right, for me and threw me out of it on the streets.
No, you left.
I told him I was leaving the next day. He packed, my things were packed, he threw them out the door.
Did you all
Made
live
me
together
3
in
hours
your
late for
place,
it.
did you?
Yes, sir.
And did he pay rent?
No.
And how often has he used you otherwise for money or anything else? Every
Quite
year?
often, yes. Every year,
Like for
probably. He does side work like plumbing. If he doesn't have the money to fund it, he'll come to me to buy supplies.
Pay you back?
No.
Yes. You go
Not
to work
all the
with
time. I go to work with him and he pays me like pennies on a dollar, even though I'm the ride, I'm the supplier, and the helper.
You get all the money. What is you talking
That's
about?
not true.
You all having children together?
No, that's the best part.
I could agree to that.
Easy to walk away.
Yeah.
Sir, you want to give me some background?
Yes, sir. She's absolutely right. We've known each other for 15 years. I want to tell you, don't fall for that. She's a devil in a blue dress. That's how she got me. She talking good, looking good, smelling good, all that stuff, but she gonna get you. She's controlling, demanding, and violent.
That's not true.
I want to tell you just one example. When we was in high school, 15 years ago, I admit I was wrong. I cheated on her. She found out.
A lie.
You know what she tried to do? Stab me.
That's
I'm
not
walking
true.
down the hallway. She walking behind me with a knife, and my friend took the knife from me and say, brother, she just tried to stab me. Not to mention, it's been other times like we'll be having a discussion, an argument in the car. I get out the car, she tried to run me over.
That's not true. That's what you did to me.
Where y'all
That's not
from?
true. Chicago.
The south side of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
That's not true.
She from 55th, I'm from 91st.
I do know that.
She the gangster.
That's not true. That is not true.
I do know that Chicago women will cut you.
But that's not true.
You were cutting in high
right.
school? You were cutting in high
He's
school?
telling you something that one of his friends who went to school with us told him. That is not true.
The guy gave me the knife.
You just had the knife on you.
First of all, we went to a school with metal detectors. How would I get in the door with a knife?
Come on now, this Chicago.
That's not true. We went to Southside Prep. That was not happening there.
You from
that
off
was not
55th in
happening at a
Chicago.
college prep. That was not happening. He's lying.
You can get it on recess. I'll leave it outside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You try
If
to
that's
run,
the case, why has he keep coming back?
you
Why
try
do
to
you
run
keep
him over
coming back?
because you, like you said, you control him. He's scared.
He
come back
tried to run me over. Yana, that's a lie. And let me tell you how he tried to run me over. He was supposed to have been coming to pick
How
me
long
up
ago
from
was
work.
this, first
This
of all?
was September of 10.
Okay.
If I ever tried to run
Quiet,
He tried
sir.
to run me over because when he was supposed to come and pick me up, he wasn't on time. Then when he did come to pick me up, he had his sister and her girlfriend who he used to in the back of the car. And then when they came to pick me up, I'm like, oh, so this is what you were doing.
Don't use that term, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say.
I'm
Just say
sorry.
he used to smash her. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And that's true. Thank you.
Go ahead.
And when I confronted him like, oh, so this is why you were late picking me up. This is what you were doing. He was like, matter of fact, don't even get in my car. And I was walking past the front of his Tahoe truck, and he pulled off and knocked the cup out of my hand. And I stopped him like,
No,
did
sir.
you really just try to hit me?
No,
He had
sir,
to,
that's not
because he
true.
tried to run me over in the middle of a street with a Tahoe, he had to back up back the alley because I was finna try to bust his windows out. You tried
Thank
to
you.
run me over with the car.
No.
He
Get it
tried,
straight.
he
You
did
tried to
hit
bust
me
my
with the
windows
car.
out. Let's
that
get it
was the
straight.
one time.
No.
Preston has busted
No.
out my car windows before though.
No, I have-
busted
I have-
out my
I have evidence
window,
you bust my window.
stole my battery out of my car so that I couldn't get to work.
Your Honor, if she pays all
He
the
didn't say
bills,
it wasn't
why
true.
would stop her
You
from
want
going
to go to work. That's true. That's a good point.
That's not true.
She
That is
paying
not
all the
true.
bills.
Good point. You would bust everything other than those car
That's
windows.
not
You're
true.
What you tell me
You'll be
about
doing a
it?
lot
I
of
got
damage,
proof that
but
the
none
window
to
had
that
to be
car.
replaced because he busted
What
the
about,
window.
sir? She claims that you've been mooching off of her for 15 years. You work, got a skill. What's your status?
Your Honor, my father is a plumber. I'm a plumber. That's why I trade in. I been plumbing all my life, ever since we was in high school. I shouldn't have went to a college prep. I should have went to a trade school. I plumb. I agree. I don't work on the regular, but when I do get a job, it's a
good
good
paying.
job. And guess what I do?
Blow the
Huh,
money,
baby.
getting high and partying.
they
Huh,
good.
baby.
They're good
You
money.
right with me. Don't lie now. If we gonna get high and party, you gonna do it with me. So anyway,
That's a good earning trade. I don't believe you've been mooching off this woman. You don't give me that impression either.
thank you, sir.
You just get a little money every now and then and borrow
Very little.
$5,000 at a time. That's what you're suing him for $5,000.
Yes, sir.
Why? Tell me about this $5,000 loan.
Well, actually, Your Honor, I ended up acquiring this money because my mom passed away, and she had a life insurance policy. And as soon as the moocher found out, even though he sent me to jail the day that my mom died, soon as I got that money,
Tell
the
the
moocher
story
needed
on
a loan.
why you had to go to jail, Delilah. Let's just be truthful.
Excuse me, let me tell the story. The apartment that he threw me out of,
No.
that he claimed he got for
No,
me.
didn't
He
throw
was
us, sir.
in that apartment with another woman when I came to talk to him about how my sister told me that my mom died through a text message. And when I got there, I rang the doorbell. It buzzed, so I assumed he buzzed me in. I went up to the apartment door, knocked, and he was like, "Oh no, I told you give me a few minutes." So I'm like, "Okay, fine." Then he gets to talking to me, and I'm thinking while he walking me back down the third, from the third floor back downstairs and out, I'm thinking to myself, like, why wouldn't you just let me in then? It's not right. So then when I realized it, and we're talking and we kind of arguing down in the front courtyard of the apartment building, the girl comes downstairs. So now that she downstairs and see what's going on, now he starts
That's not
fighting
true.
me.
That's not true.
He started fighting me in the middle of the street. I was trying to defend myself while I was trying to keep away from him. He runs, chase me down. You can't run, you can't run. He grabbed me by my hair, drugged me to the ground,
Not
told
true.
the girl to come jump me. She didn't come touch me. So what he did was when I got up and I'm like, I'm calling the police, he kept chasing me around his car. So as I'm trying to get him away from chasing me around his car, I pick up a rock to try to throw it just to keep him away from me. It dented the back end of his car. So when I call the police, they come, they say, who actually stays here? I stay here. I'm like, but I'm telling you, my name is on the mailbox. I had a key to the mailbox. I got the key to the front
How
door.
did everything end?
They sent me to jail because he decided to press charges. And then the next day, he ended up calling me that morning after he sent me to jail, left me a voicemail like, oh, I ain't mean to do that, but I had to do what I had to do. And I just want to know if I need to press a restraining order. No, I really don't. I just want to make sure you okay. All phony.
When did the loan come into play?
The loan came into play February.
After that?
Yes. I was a fool. Believe me, I was a fool.
Your Honor.
February.
Because I
of
honestly
13.
thought that this man loved me. He was fake.
All right, what happened?
He came to me. He said, oh, I got this thing. My friends, they're doing this party at this club. And if we invest in, we can make our money plus half or our money doubled. And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, they did it before. It happens. I'm like, all right, Preston, you want this loan because I had the money. If you want this loan, me having faith in this man, even though at the time he was still living at this apartment where he threw me out and sent me to jail at, I loaned this man $5,000.
Was there entertainment at this event?
Supposed to been, but they flaked off and went to another
Who was the
club.
entertainment supposed to be?
Jim Jones, I believe.
Did he tell you the total amount?
No,
of
he
them
didn't tell me nothing because he really didn't want me to know because he like,
Who were the promoters?
I asked him all of these questions and he didn't know. He like, oh, I got faith in this DJ. He a DJ.
And
He
you
do
gave
the
me the
club
money.
all the time.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, first off, I want to say the story about that isn't true. She started off right. She came knocking at my door, and I told her not to come. I had a guest in my apartment.
You didn't
My
say that.
apartment where she didn't stay no more. Give me 20 minutes.
true.
Let me come outside. You know what she doing outside? Preston! Preston! Yelling
That
for
is
me,
not
right?
true.
So me and the young lady heard her. We walked to the door. walk out there, see her. We go down the stairs. Well, I go down the stairs, Delilah. Give me 20 minutes, come back, or whatever it is. She's so commanding and controlling. Nah, I need you to do it right now. I need you to do it right now. So she picks up a rock, picks up sticks, she throwing it at my car, bashing my car. I go back upstairs, I say, Delilah, you ain't gonna bust my car window. I don't think you're gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave, try to get me and my friends situated. Next thing I hear, douche. We look out the window.
True, though. The window
I got a
never
witness
busted.
statement. We look out the window. The window was cracked. So I go down and I say, Delilah, you ain't gonna leave? Nah. Anna, I admit to you. I chased her around the car. We running. She fall. I admit, I did hit her. I never meant to hit her, but she pushed me to my limit. I just wanted her to leave. So when my friend upstairs finally called the police and police arrived.
I called the police.
You did not have
Go ahead,
called
sir.
the
Talk to
police.
me. Quiet, man.
She didn't even have no phone, Your Honor.
So what happened?
What ended up happening in the end result was my friend called the police came and arrested her. She went to jail, and I ended up having to get a restraining order on her. That's what ended up happening.
Okay, tell me about the loan. She says you borrowed $5,000 from her to
No, sir, it was-
do a party promotion.
I'm sorry. No, sir, it was an investment I came to it with to invest in this party that was supposed to double our money, even
happened
triple
to
our
the
money.
party?
It just completely failed, Your Honor.
He says it was an investment, and you say it was a loan. Who has evidence of it being
I have
an investment
evidence that it
or
was a loan. Now, what he
Let's see, what
decided
do
to
you
do with
have
the money
there?
I gave him is
Let's
his
see what
choice.
you have. Your counterclaim for $5,000 is for what? That altercation you talked about?
Yes, sir.
And was she convicted of anything?
I don't know if she's necessarily convicted, but she did spend a night in jail. We did go to court. I had a restraining order on her. Your Honor, it just doesn't
That's
stop
all
with her.
one-sided, though. What happened, ma'am? Did you go to jail?
That I
Were
went
you
to the
convicted?
lockup. No, because he took me to court and dismissed the case.
Did you?
Because all the time he had a restraining order, he was
Okay.
still contacting
All right,
me.
I'm not dealing with all this nonsense. You all are harassing and going crazy on each other. I'm glad that you're not together anymore.
Thank you.
I'll grant you your judgment because, sir, it says, I, Preston Henderson, owe Delilah Boyd $5,000 cash. You
I
don't say
signed
you-
that under. That's a text message. I didn't sign that. That's a
That's
text
because
message
he had-
off the phone she got. Off the stress she
Which
was.
I
she-
had.
Have a good day. Judgment
you.
for the plaintiff.
Thank
Your
you.
claim is dismissed.
Loser. He's a loser.
DB.
Loser. Thank you.